everybody, it's Lori. Welcome to my studio. I'm so glad you stopped by. Today I'm going to do a fall themed painting. It's with some of my favorite colors. I really love these colors together. I bought them all at once last early fall and I couldn't wait to use them again this fall. Although I was sad to see summer end, but it is what it is. Fall is a beautiful time of year. It sure is. I just don't like being cold and I love having my house opened up. Other than that, it's beautiful. I live in a part of New York State in the Finger Lakes region where the colors on the trees, they start to get really pretty this time of year. And that was the idea behind the colors in this painting. They're just starting to turn a little bit here now, and it's late September. So, it's starting to get really pretty. The sun's shining out there today, and it's a gorgeous day. About 70 degrees. Can't blame it. I can't complain at all. Anyway, this painting, it's not going to look like much at first. The colors start out being very similar. I'm sticking with the yellows and golds here to start with the background. And I've sped this part up just because it's kind of a little boring. It just wanted to have a little bit of color differentiation in the background. That's why I used three different tones of very similar colors. And then I'm just going to put some swirls in there that may or may not end up showing up in the end. They did show up a little bit, I'll tell you that right now. But hang on till the end because I did some really different things to add into this one. Something that I haven't done anything like before. And it really made a big difference with the final results. I love it. I wanted to show you here what I actually do after I dried the background color. Instead of mixing the paints and pouring them on the canvas so I had a little more control, I just spritzed or poured the paint onto an old canvas that I'm not using anymore and spritzed some water onto it, and I'm mixing it with my paintbrush so that I can get a thinner paint that I can move around on the canvas a little better. There I'm spraying just a little more of the paint off the paintbrush because it was too much paint and not enough water. But I won't show you that every time throughout the painting, just the first time so that you can see how I'm going about doing that. But you can see that it's kind of hard to see here what I've actually got going on yet. But this is the lighter color that I had in the background that I'm starting with, just to give myself a sense of where I might be going with it. I don't have a set plan when I'm doing my pour paintings or these paintings. I have an idea of what I might want to do, but it changes throughout based on what the paint does on the canvas. It's always been that way with me. Um, I tried at first, I think, to have a set idea in my head, and every time I do that, it just doesn't come out exactly how I thought it would, and they never do. But if I keep an open mind and don't have such a set thing in my head, then I can really go forward and create something that kind of just has a life of its own and can just be born right there on the canvas in front of me. That's why, again, I need to really get into the zone when I'm painting because I need to be able to have the freedom to get right into it. And I feel like I'm right involved with the painting, right in there with the paint, so that I can just go with what I feel and what comes to me internally and my intuition and, you know, channel the inner painter in me. That's kind of what I do. And hopefully channel some talent from some other painters that are out there in the universe that might want to join in with the painting. You know how that is, I think. If you don't, well, that's okay. Just, that's how I work. Whether you work that way or not is not important, really. Everybody's got their own thing. That's why it's creative and that's why it's art. But I did do some different things on this, like I say, in the end of this painting that I've never done before, and it turns into something that's really different. So hang with me. see what you think as I go along. I would love it if you'd watch all the way through. The longer you watch, the better it is for the algorithms for YouTube. I just it means a lot in as far as helping my channel grow. And that and sharing the videos with friends or pushing that like button, clicking that thumbs up and subscribing. There's a subscribe button right there on the screen there now, that little emblem that's on the corner of the screen. Or you can go in right below the video, and there should be a spot right there where you can click on subscribe as well. Be sure to click that notification bell and make sure it's got the little lines on the side of it so you get notified whenever I put a new video out. It's not like YouTube's gonna harass you or anything. It's just gonna let you know when I put a new video out. It'll show up on your YouTube channel when you open it up, and it'll show up under your notifications right there on your screen if you want to keep up with things with what I'm doing. Yeah. So now that I'm stumbling over that, I really did have fun with this painting, as I always do. If I don't have fun, then it doesn't turn out well and I don't end up posting the video. So you don't see those usually. Sometimes you do. There was one a few videos back where it took a lot longer to get where I wanted to be because I kept painting over what I had because I didn't like what it was doing. But that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You keep working with it, and before you know it, you start seeing things that you like, and you can go with it from there. And that's what the fun is, I think. I love it. I love doing this stuff. It's very therapeutic for me. It's just one of the beautiful things in the world that I enjoy so much is painting and watching my other friendly artists there paint on their channels as well. So keep that in mind if you are interested in helping out my channel anyway. I really greatly appreciate it. Liking and subscribing and, sharing. Anyway, so the last few videos, if you've been with me at all, you know that I have added some chat to my videos, and they're not just about the painting. But that doesn't mean I don't want to share a little information about my work as well with the painting that I've got going on. But today, I kind of want to talk to you about not so much the challenges that are going on in the world, like we've talked about, and how to manage those with ourselves, with our self care and meditations and things, but more about all of the love that's in the world. There is so much love and good things, wonderful things, beautiful things, amazing things happening in the world right now. And it's not as easy to find those as it is to find the things that are not so beautiful and not so loving and not so heartwarming. They're easy to find. And if they're not happening, then, you know, they're going to find it for us, and they're going to try and make something out of nothing. And I say they when I mean, I don't know, the normal network news channels and that kind of thing. I really enjoy YouTube more than anything. And you know what the glorious thing about YouTube is it's free. You don't have to pay to use it. You don't have to pay a internet subscriber. You have to have the Wi-Fi, of course, but you don't need to pay for TV channels. You don't have to pay for streaming. You can always pay a little bit to your favorite video makers and YouTubers to help them along their way if you really enjoy what they have going on for you. But there are other places too. I was trying to employ some more social medias into my repertoire too. But today I opened up Twitter. I got an alert, and I don't know why they wanted to show me this one video, but it was god awful horrible. It was just awful. I had to go do some meditation and some yoga and all this stuff just to get my energy back in line and shake that bad energy that I had going on. Oh, look, I left that in there too, where I showed you how I did it again with the paint and the water on the canvas. Oh, well, you're getting a closer look on this one. And it's green, so it's easier to see. Anyway, that is gold green or green gold from Golden Paints. Anyway, so sometimes that can be useful, go in other places, and sometimes not. Um, I also have Gaia streaming, and Gaia is all about spiritual and, you know, all kinds of things spiritual, UFOs, and meditations, and yoga, and just all kinds of great things. And it's not that much for a monthly subscription. It's like, I don't even know, like maybe $10, $15. But there's so many different things on there that you can find so many interesting things in the world if you're into science and what they're finding in science, and if you're into I don't know. Anyway, check it out if you want to. um, but I kind of really wanted to talk to you about some of the wonderful things that I've seen recently. um, my daughter is about ready to have her second child, their second child, and she's due actually the beginning of October, but it kind of appears that she may have this child anytime. Um, so I'm on grandma call because I got to go and take care of the first grandchild, the first granddaughter, so the second granddaughter can make her appearance in the world. And I can't wait to get that call. First off, I love spending time with my granddaughter. She is just the joy of my life. I mean, I love my children dearly, but I'll tell you, there's nothing like being a grandma. Tell you that. She's so special. It's so fun because I don't worry about all the little things, about raising her. I can just enjoy her and just watch my child raising a child, which is really so special. It's just an amazing thing to watch. But because of that, I have been noticing a lot of baby videos. Love the shorts, the little short videos that are on YouTube and Facebook. And I've seen some amazing ones from babies lately. They are just like incredible. There was one that I saw the other day that was like an infant. This child couldn't have been more than 3 to 4 months old, if that. She was just the tiniest little thing, and she had gotten somehow a hold of the railing of her crib, and she was climbing with her feet, trying to walk up the side of the crib while she was holding on to the rail to get out. And then she just fell down and just didn't bother her. She just made a little coo, and that was that. I mean, it was just, I found it so awesome, so amazing. Um, the babies are being born with so many more memories, I think, maybe from their last lives, or however you want to see it. I don't know how you want to see it, but that's how I look at it. Um, Not only their last lives, but their time in the spiritual world, heaven, whatever you want to call that, and coming into this world with, they're ready for the new world. They're not going to put up with any of this nonsense that we've put up with. I mean, gosh, there's just been so much that's changed in the world, and we're bringing on this change even more now. I've been around a long time if I'm a grandma, and you must understand that. I've gone from seeing, I was born in the 60s when, there were riots and protests and peaceful protests and all kinds of things to protest the Vietnam War. I was a kid then, but it's like as much as things change, they stay the same. But at the same time, there's so much more love and understanding. And, the hippies of the 60s were a rare breed. now there's so many more people who are having those same kind of thoughts and feelings of love and peace and joy and no more war and all that. It's just it's so cool to see the world changing in that way. I find it very, very awesome and very, very heartwarming. It makes me happy. It just makes me so happy. um, but yeah, my granddaughter, she's very, very inquisitive. And I've seen that with my daughter has a daycare in her home. She's got a special separate room for it, but it's in her home and she has other kids, and I've spent some time at the daycare with her. Um, they're all like this. They're just very inquisitive and very smart, and just they have a different way about them than even my children did when they were little. Um, I mean, they're ready for bringing on these changes and these wonderful things that are happening. Anyway, there's also the animals. If you watch these little short videos, you'll see these crazy things that these animals are doing. And it's like it's like everybody's realizing that we're all in this together and we're all part of it together. And even the animals. I saw a video the other day where there was a mother with her baby looking at the gorilla mother at the zoo. And the gorilla mother saw the mother and baby. She went over and got her baby and brought it over to the window to show the human mother her baby and to share the joy together of motherhood. I mean, this was a gorilla. It was amazing. It was just so cool. Now, I know some of you out there will say, oh, that's probably shop, paint. Yeah, you know, I lost what I was trying to say, but you know what I mean. It's not real. It was made up. Somebody designed that picture and that video. Well, maybe they did, but it made me happy, and I choose to believe that that's what's going on. I mean, I've seen so many videos where mothers of these animals have come to humans for help, even bear mother coming to a human for help with their child, their baby, because something's gone wrong. Um, I can't remember exactly what the bear video was about, but I feel like it was about, the baby bear had fallen into a hole or something, and the humans were going to help get the baby bear out. And then the mother just ran off with the baby. And I mean, who would ever think that that kind of thing would go on in this world? I think I told you the other day, or I can't remember when it was, last week, 2 weeks ago, about the bear that I saw running across the road in front of me. That was the first time that had ever happened. There was no baby and it wasn't asking me for help, but can't imagine a bear coming up to me, that size of a bear, and asking me for help with their baby. It just is kind of mind blowing. But there's so many stories like that out there. And I don't know. I'm choosing to focus on that. Do I want to pay attention to what's going on in the world too? Sure, yeah, I do. I prefer to watch these things happen in real life, though. Like, I don't know, I watch a little bit of pieces at least, if not the whole thing, of some of these congressional hearings that they do, because I want to see exactly who's saying what and what the stuff is that's coming out. But, it used to be you could watch those to try and find out what's the truth. But that's not even true anymore, because so many people, they just lie through their teeth. All of them. Not all of them, but I kind of want to find out who the good guys are and who the liars are, and the people that I feel like might be cheating, because, there's a big election coming up next year, and I kind of want to understand who to vote for even this year when the elections come up. There's not much going on in my area as far as elections this year, but I can't stand too much of that either. because it gets too frustrating and it tenses me up. And then I got to go do some yoga to loosen up, stress relieving yoga to loosen up all my muscles and all that kind of stuff. But, I feel like I want to keep up with it. I really kind of want to watch the world change. And watching these happy little videos are a great way of doing that. But I also watch some of these other ones. I don't turn on the news though. I just can't do that. I just can't. Um, the the elaboration and the made up stories and everything on the news is even worse than it is on these hearings. Um, I don't know. Anyway, I I just would prefer to look at some of these wonderful, beautiful things. Um, I got a download, quote unquote, the other day from my guides, my higher self, the universe, God, um, all those that I listen to. And they made a suggestion to me that since I was enjoying these videos and they brought these videos to me, nothing is a coincidence, so that I could see some of these happy things that are going on in the world, that I kind of do something like that on my other YouTube channel, which is Living with Light and Love. That is my totally spiritual channel. I don't do painting on there, although I'm including these videos here on there as well. I'm sharing them on the Facebook page that is associated with that channel. And but I want to put together and post a lot of these little videos, these short videos, and or even little longer videos of all of these wonderful, beautiful things that are going on in the world. I want to put out there some of the goodness so that we can, the more that goodness that's put out there, the easier it's going to be for everyone to find. So maybe you were shown this video today to watch because you have some wonderful videos that you might want to share. Um, if you if you have any little happy videos or happy photos or anything like that, um, do share them with me. Send them to me in my email. My email to this channel here is right below in the description box. It's fluidartistrybylori at gmail.com. And just send me the video and a picture or whatever if you will let me share it with you. If you wanted me to share it on my page, I would be happy to do that for you so you don't have to deal with any of that. And if you do want me to share it, then that's awesome. Just put a little note in there. I give you permission to share this on your social media channels. If you don't, just tell me this is just for you, and I would love to share these videos with you. And not only videos of things like that, but videos of your paintings, of the things that you're doing, or pictures of your paintings. That if you've tried this technique here, or anything else, just that you're really liking and you think is beautiful, share it with me. I would love to see them. Send them to me in my email, and I will greatly appreciate it because I can really enjoy your work too. Um, but yeah, if you don't mind me using them, then just put the permission in there, and I will be happy to share them with the world for you. Whether the world is put out there together all at once with us, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Um, anyway, this seemed like a long video, but boy, oh boy, I get talking and the time just flies. We're towards the end of the video here, where I did some of my specialty things on the bottom. I was kind of winging it, and unfortunately, after I did this here, that ended up turning out like looking kind of like a fern. Some of the other ones are, I did a couple of other things that look more like flowers. The video corrupted. I know. I hate it when that happens, but I wasn't going to not show you this entire video just because that one part of it got corrupted. and I can't share everything with you because I just think this is so cool how it turned out. I was really in the zone here, so it just somebody told me to pick up the paintbrush and do this, and so that's what I did. I don't know. I say somebody told me, it's the same thing as if it comes to you. You had an idea. They don't always come just from you because we are all connected to everybody, the universe. I think I might have mentioned at one point that I was raised Catholic, Roman Catholic, and raised my children a Catholic. And I was very involved in the Catholic Church. I did religious education classes. I was a Eucharistic minister. That involved. I did a lot of different groups and works and volunteering at the church. That was my thing when I was raising my kids. Um, so I do know a lot about Jesus and his teachings, and he did say um, that we all are one body. We are all part of one, and we are. The science is even proving that now. Um, I have gotten to know some really cool scientists who can tell you all about that. I watch them on Gaia, and now they're all over YouTube too, since I've been watching them because they want to get the word out as well. So, but anyway, so when I say it comes to me or I've heard it or I get a download, it's the same thing as having an idea because the ideas are all coming from our higher self most of the time, not just from our measly little human minds. At least that's my beliefs. And if you believe the same, then awesome. If you don't, that's awesome too. It doesn't matter. You can believe and enjoy whatever your beliefs are. But anyway, this is what I did here with these little ferns, and I think that's so cool how it looks. And when you see the whole thing together, you'll see it just kind of added something to it. And it's hard to see all the other colors in this view too. But at the end, I have pictures that will show all the colors a little better. I got better lighting. I need to really be able to see what I'm doing, which doesn't always work real well on the camera. One day, maybe I'll be able to afford to get one of those better cameras. But right now, I have a really cool Motorola phone that has some really cool camera abilities on it, and I am pretty happy with that. I think it does a pretty good job. Even if you can't see all the colors right there, you will when it's done. So hang on, it's almost there since a lot of it got corrupted later on. But anyway, um, yeah, I would love to hear from you all. Leave me some messages and let me know what you think on the bottom of the video. Send me some emails. I would love to chat. It's just very cool to see where you're all at too. Um, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to sign off for now and let you enjoy the last minute or so of the video, a couple of minutes of the video. And I hope you like it. If you do, click that like button, that thumbs up button, share, subscribe if you haven't already. If you have already, thank you so much for that. And thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And know that my prayers and thoughts and love and light are with you always. Okay? Take care. Bye.